Milford, Mass, my walkable town. You want to see the Psycho house on my walk? Psycho house on my walk. Door to nowhere, door to nowhere. Love that. I'm pretty sure there was like there was probably a balcony up there at one point, but I think it's kind of funny. The door to nowhere. So why am I doing this? Well, I go on a daily walk and I love this town. Like, it's a town that has problems like any other town, and people complain about it, but I don't know, there's just something magical to me about this town, and it's probably because it's so walkable. Where I live, I'm not even 5 minutes away on foot from downtown, and the main street, and it's called Main Street, is thriving. And there are so many interesting little shops and bakeries, and I have not explored the majority of them, which is dumb, because I've been here for 2 years, and I'm like, oh, I will. I don't. And I think it's time to fix that. Go out, meet people, meet my neighbors, say hello. Hi there, how are you? Good. See, just like that. Focus on the things we have in common. Focus on the fact we're all human beings and no one has the first clue about anything. There's one thing I've learned in 51 years. It's that. I love being creative. I love learning new things. I'm going to be perfectly honest, this is the only time I'll be political at all. But we're coming off of, in the US, probably the toughest election cycle in recent memory. There's one thing I've noticed over the last decade, and again, I'm not being political here because I think this is happening on both sides, and the fact that there are sides is a problem. At some point, we've stopped being kind to each other. Like, it's no longer the default. Maybe it never was, I don't know, but I think there's an uptick in people just speaking without thinking. And I include myself in that. Totally include myself in that. And I've been catching myself feeling that way. And I don't want that to ever become normal. I don't want meanness to ever be normal. I don't know. I'm sure, there's one thing I'm certain of, that if enough people see these videos, there will be negative comments. I have a very thick skin when it comes to stuff like that. I'm not worried about that. But if by some chance what I'm doing can maybe make someone smile or make them be like, oh, I want to learn more about my town, or hey, I want to hear more about the history of that house, that old house with the placard on the front, or gee, I'm going to say hello to the local shop owner and learn more about them. And like I said, every town, every place, every person, we have our flaws, we have our issues. No one's immune from that. And I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. I was kind of thinking of maybe putting out a video a week for a year of the walkable places and interesting nuggets in my hometown of Milford, Massachusetts. And honestly, I've been tallying stuff up. And I think there's enough. I think I could easily get a year's worth of content and possibly even more, depending on how I do it. So that's what I'm doing right now.